and I'm I'm going to make you the क्या बोलते हैं इसको? I'll spotlight you for everyone so that way you can just teach and stuff like that. Yeah. Now you can begin. Okay, you can start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Hi Kirti. Hi Abhay.
Hello, ma'am.
And I'm
Hi. How was your weekend, Kirti?
It was quite unproductive. I regret.
Oh, really? Why was it so unproductive?
I don't know. I just slept, and my entire point was that I keep proper rest because before my week was my sleep cycle was quite disturbed. So I thought to take proper rest this weekend.
Okay. So you did, or you didn't?
Yes, ma'am. I did get proper sleep.
Okay. And what about the others? How was your Abhay? How was your weekend?
I have disabled. I've enabled the basically the क्या था यार उसको क्या मेरा तो ध्यान इधर आधा ध्यान तो है नहीं. Okay, unmute themselves मैंने नहीं allow किया है. Only some people have made Abhay and Kirti have made you co-host just in case we have some trouble. Just get people out of the room. I can't disable the waiting room, right? I have just kept it as open. So Abhay, you can unmute yourself. Kirti, you can unmute yourself, but Rakhi cannot, and the others will not. So Rakhi and Kirti, Abhay and Kirti, you will have to unmute the others whenever they want to talk. Okay?
Yes.
You're the co-host. So Henna ma'am can start teaching
okay,
now.
ma'am.
Okay.
Hi Abhay. Good evening, Abhay.
Good evening, ma'am.
How was your weekend?
Ma'am, yeah, it was pretty good. It has been 2 days. I am traveling from Uttarakhand to Jammu, then Jammu to Chandigarh. Right now, I'm in Chandigarh, and in Chandigarh, I'm doing yoga classes.
Oh, sorry. You're traveling a fair bit. Yes?
Sorry?
Yes.
Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to hear you.
So,
I mean, there is a network issue.
okay, so you're in Chandigarh.
Yes, ma'am. Right now, I'm in Chandigarh.
I don't know what is this background noise. Is it coming from your side or? Yeah, now it's okay. Do you know what is the topic for today? Kirti
Sorry,
and Abhay?
ma'am. Don't know.
Okay, so the topic for today is contraction. Have you heard of this word called contraction in the English grammar?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so basically, I'll explain it to you. So when you use words like didn't, so do you know what is the full form of, like what is the correct, not the correct really, but it's a short form of something, didn't.
Yes, ma'am. Did not.
Yes, did not. Okay, and then, so I shall, like the short form of words. So I haven't. So what is I haven't?
Have not.
Have not. Okay. Don't.
Do not.
Yes. So these are called contraction. Can you think of some more words like this?
Doesn't.
Yeah. Which is?
Does not.
Okay.
Wouldn't. Would
Yes.
not.
Yes. I'll. Can you tell me what is the word I'll?
I will.
Okay. Then which can you think of any more? Hadn't.
Have not.
Had not. So you have haven't and hadn't. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Abhay, what about you?
Ma'am, I texted down.
Sorry.
Ma'am, I messaged.
Okay. No, I don't want you
The
to.
chat box.
I want you to speak because it's important to speak. Say the words.
All right, ma'am. It shouldn't, ain't,
Yes.
hadn't, haven't,
Okay.
Yeah.
And think of something else. Couldn't.
Yeah, couldn't.
Couldn't would be.
Can't.
Okay. Can't is cannot. Couldn't is could not. Can you think of some more? Okay. So
That's it, ma'am.
yeah. Okay. Anyways, now let's. Before I start this, can you make a two? Can you do 2 sentences with using contractions? Just 2 sentences. Kirti?
I can't able to.
Yes, ma'am, just give me a few seconds.
Yeah, sure.
I haven't really figured out what to do in my career, but I surely know what I don't want to do.
Good. Very good. Okay. What about you, Abhay?
I don't like ice cream, and
Sorry, I
you
didn't hear.
can't. I don't like ice cream. I don't like ice cream. I do not like ice cream.
Ice cream.
And he doesn't. Yeah, ice cream.
Okay. And
Is it
another one.
correct? Yeah.
And
He doesn't know how to drive a car.
he doesn't know how to drive a
He
car. That's
doesn't
it.
know how to drive a car.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay. And this is somebody else also who's joined in. This is Darshpreet. Can you hear me? Hi.
I have not given anyone this thing right to mute, unmute.
Oh, unmuted her.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Darshpreet. And Aryan. So now I'll share a screen with you.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Sorry, what's your name? Darshpreet, right?
तुम लोग घड़ी घड़ी अपने आप को अनम्यूट म्यूट क्यों कर रहे हो? एक बार आपको अनम्यूट कर दिया है तो उसको ऐसे ही रहने दो फिलहाल, क्योंकि sometimes we get people who trouble us during the class. That's why I've been a little strict on this one.
Okay.
Aryan, I made you a co-host also, so you can unmute yourself and you can unmute the others also.
Hi, Aryan. So long you guys can hear me, that's okay. For today's topic, what we are doing is contractions, and contraction is basically short of certain words. So like you have like words like didn't, couldn't, wouldn't, haven't, hadn't. So, and you know what what it means. So a shouldn't is should not, a couldn't is could not, a didn't is did not, a don't is do not. So words like that, and these are called contractions, and we use them in spoken English. And in fact, you will hear a lot of these words when you're having normal conversations with friends, with your parents, in school, at your workplace. So you must hear and you must know what these words are, because they are very important words in the English grammar. Okay, so now I'm going to share the screen. So I have opened this for you. Can everybody see? It says contractions. By definition, a contraction is a shortened form of group of words. Contractions are used in both written and oral communication. When a contraction is written in English, the omitted letters are replaced by an apostrophe. Here are some common contractions and the group of words that they represent. Kirti, can you please unmute yourself, and I want you to read these words, please.
Yes, ma'am. I need to speak these words.
Yes. So like aunt, can you read aunt?
Aunt.
Yeah.
Can't, couldn't,
No,
didn't.
sorry. Kirti, you must read out aunt is are not. Okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Aren't, are not, can't, cannot, couldn't, could not, didn't, did not, doesn't, does not, don't, do not, hadn't, had not, hasn't, has not, haven't, have not, he had, he would, he'll.
Kirti, just a second. Word is he. That's how you pronounce it. He. Okay? So he had and he would. Okay?
He. First one, can you, ma'am, can you just repeat what you said after haven't?
So
How
it
do
is
I pronounce it?
after haven't. It's called, it's the, how do you pronounce it is, it's he. He had, he would. He'll. So it's he will and he shall, and he is he. Okay? So
Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
He had, he would, he'll, he will, he shall, he's, he is, he has, I had, I would, I'll, I will, I shall, I am, I have, I have, isn't, is not, let us, mightn't, might not, must, how do I pronounce it? Mustn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Mustn't, must not.
So Kirti, so the mustn't, it's not mustn't, it's the the T is silent. One T is silent. So the middle T is silent. So it is mustn't. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Mustn't, must not, shan't, shall not, she had, she would, she'll, she will, she shall, she's, she is, she has, shouldn't, should not, that's, that is, that has.
Very good. Now somebody else, I want you to read the other side. Abhay? Who else is there who would like to give it a shot?
Aryan, unmute yourself and then go ahead.
Aryan?
Yeah, I'd like to go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
There's, there is, there has, they'd, they had, they would, they'll, they will, they shall, there, they are, they've, they have, we'd, we had, we would, were, we are, we've, we have, weren't, were not,
Weren't.
what,
Yeah.
weren't, were not, what'll, what will, what shall, what'll, did I pronounce that one right?
Yeah.
What'll, what are, what's, what is, what has, what have, where's, where is, where has, who'd, who had, who would, who'll, who will, who shall, who're, who are, whose, who is, who has, who've, who have, won't, will not, wouldn't, would not, you'd, you had, you would, you'll, you will, you shall, you're, you are, you've, you have.
Okay. So YOU apostrophe RE, can you pronounce it again? So
Your.
it's your, yeah, it's your. You pronounce it as your, so it's you are. Okay. And won't, can you pronounce won't?
Won't.
Yeah, it's will not.
Won't,
Okay.
will not.
Yeah. So you've got all of them pretty much. The pronunciation is, and who'd is WHO apostrophe duh is who'd. So who had and who would. Okay. Now, so we've understood what contraction is. One contraction that is not on the above list is its. So you know what it's is? It is. It is useful to note that its contraction is often confused with its, a possessive pronoun. Do you all understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay. And everybody else? Now, before I'm going to leave the screen on here, and I want you to write 5 sentences using as many common contractions you can in a small paragraph. So I want a paragraph that is made of 5 to 6 sentences and use as many contractions as you can. I'm going to leave the screen for you all to see. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm giving you 3 minutes. Start now.
Ma'am, can you give ma'am, can you tell us about a topic also, ma'am? That would be easier to make a paragraph on that topic.
Okay. So the topic, you tell me what topic would you like to write on?
Right about your weekend, you said your weekend was not good, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
So how about you guys all write on your weekend?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Trying to be the teacher. Use these headphones. Use these headphones. So you can even start like something like, I can give you a hint. If the weekend wasn't so hot, I would have, like you can start like that as well. Okay, are you guys ready? Kirti?
I'm just working on it.
Okay. Anybody else ready?
I have one. Can you give me one? Only one. Do not go enter to the mall. That one was nice, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, but can we sit here? Yeah. Okay, guys, I think 3 minutes are up now.
Give them another 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes left.
I'm ready.
Okay, great.
Great.
Yeah, start, Abhay.
No, it was Aryan.
Oh, sorry, Aryan. Start, Aryan.
Okay, so aren't you the one who's supposed to be defending the country? How could you abandon your duties in such a difficult time? At such a time like this, you mustn't hide away in a bunker. You must get out there, defend the ones that can't themselves. You should be the one who lead us through this difficult time. Now get out there and do what you should have been doing since the beginning. Yeah.
Very good. I think you should be a teacher, Aryan. You are so good.
I'm flattered.
Yes, I think you should, the next class you should be doing for all of us. Okay, very good, Aryan. And who else is going to go now next? Kirti, are you done?
No, ma'am, I couldn't use so many contractions in my sentences.
Okay, never mind. Just whatever you've written, read out those sentences.
Okay, ma'am. As you know, my weekend wasn't very good. I'd been very unproductive and just laying down on the bed and using my phone. The only thing great that happened in the entire weekend was that I spoke to my old friend after a very long time, and we shared a lot of things together, and I got a lot of perspective about my life after that.
But you haven't really used any contractions in it.
My use wasn't. I
Yeah.
had. And
Yeah.
yes, ma'am, I couldn't.
Okay, so see, now you're using it while even talking. So couldn't. That's brilliant. Yeah. So anyways, so now let's get on to the next slide. Here, so before we were learning about contraction, and then I read out that one contraction that is not in the above list is it is, right? It is useful to know that it is a contraction that is often confused with it's, a possessive pronoun. Okay, so it's and it is, they're completely different. Aryan, do you know that? Yes. So here are how it is used in different sentences. Kirti,
Yes, ma'am.
can you please read this for me? Examples of it's and its.
It's nice outside today. It is nice outside today. The dog ate its food. The food belongs to the dog.
Yes. Now, did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Read the next paragraph.
Contraction usage. You probably use contraction when you speak to your friends and family members every day. However, it is important to note that contractions are often considered inappropriate, informal writing. Professors, employers, and other professionals like to see that you have taken your time on a document, and using contractions is sometimes seen as a shortcut. To be safe, never use contractions when writing for a class or when writing a professional document, such as a personal statement or cover letter.
Yes, that's true. And that is why when I started the class, I told you guys that it is actually, these contractions are used more we use it in spoken English when we are involved in conversations with friends, with families. So it's actually a very informal way of talking to your friends and family. And it's a very day-to-day, these contractions are words which are used in day-to-day English language. Okay. Now, I have these sentences over here. So now, Kirti, read the first sentence.
I have been studying for hours. but I still do not feel ready for the exam.
Now I want you to shorten it and use the contraction.
I have, ma'am, I don't know. Okay, oh, sorry, ma'am. I've been studying for hours, but I still don't feel ready for the exam.
Yes, absolutely fine. The next one.
You were not at the office shop yesterday. You
Yeah.
weren't at the office shop yesterday.
Coffee shop yesterday.
Yes, ma'am, coffee shop yesterday.
Okay, next one.
The paint she picked out was a lovely color, but it did not match the trim. The paint she picked out was a lovely color, but it didn't match the trim.
Very good. Next one.
We would go to the beach with you. However, we have got too many chores to do.
Chores.
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 चोर बोलते हैं ना जब कोई चोरी करता है वो.
Yes.
And also, Kirti, before I forget, it's not probably, it is probably.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. So
we'd go to the beach with you. However, we've got too many chores to do.
Great. Then the next one.
You should not use contractions in formal writing. You shouldn't use contractions in formal writing.
Okay, great. Now who's going in next? Abhay, Aryan.
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, so each of the following sentences contains one or more contractions. Rewrite each sentence replacing any contractions with groups of words they represent.
Okay. So first sentence, I can't go with you because I'm busy that day. I cannot go with you because I am busy that day.
Good.
Second sentence, it's clear that the dog is frightened because he keeps placing his tail between his legs. It is clear that the dog is frightened because he keeps placing his tail between his legs. Third sentence, they've been trimming the trees at the park since this morning. I haven't been able to sleep since they started. They have been trimming the trees at the park since this morning. I have not been able to sleep since they started. You mustn't pester your grandmother like that. You must not pester your grandmother like that. She'll bring Jonathan with her if he is willing to chip in for gas. She will bring Jonathan with her if he is willing to chip in for gas.
Very good. All good. Okay. So basically all of you understood what contraction means? Yes?
Yeah.
And do you think that you use a lot of these words or group of words when you speak to your friends or speak with your family?
We speak generally Hindi with our families and friends, so I don't.
Okay, but do you use these words?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
A lot.
Yes, I would think so. I would tend to think the same, that we do tend to use a lot of these words.
Ma'am, I don't think we ever use the group of words anymore. Like at least with myself, like I converse with my friends a lot in English itself. Like that is kind of my comfort language. And I feel that's what I use the most. I don't think I ever use like the set of words anymore.
Okay, great. That's good to hear that you converse with your friends in English. And Kirti, I would also like you to start doing that on a daily basis. If your friends don't converse with you in English, then please start watching a lot of English movies.
Yes,
and or the other thing is what you can do is you can watch even your Hindi movies, but have the English subtitles. If somewhere you can watch the Hindi movies with English subtitles, even that is a great way of learning certain words. And you can while you're watching the movie, suddenly when you read it, next time you'll be able to use in your sentences.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's get on to the next. Any questions? Any questions, any one of you? Okay, now the next one that I have got for you guys is yeah. Kirti, can you read this for me, please?
They will neigh. And what is the meaning of neigh?
Neigh is basically how do I explain it to you? You know, the horses when they make the sound, they neigh. So
Yes,
now, so can you read the word, the contraction? Dale.
They'll neigh.
Dale. Yeah.
They'll neigh.
Yeah.
They'll.
Yeah. Dale.
They'll neigh.
Yeah.
Miss Kane's class went on a trip to Jane's ranch. And what is the meaning of ranch?
Ranch is like a stable, like where they keep all the horses.
Okay, ma'am. Jane showed them the goat. This is Ben. Jane said, he's the best pet I've had. He eats grass. He'll eat grass until I make him stop. Then she asked, see my horses. They'll neigh when it's time to eat a meal. They'll stamp their feet until I feed them. They are big, so they eat a lot. When it was time to go, Miss Kane told Jane, thank you. We've had fun. It's nice to be at a ranch. You're welcome, said Jane. I have fun too. I have had fun too.
Okay, great. So you saw in this paragraph how many of these contractions are used?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, quite a few, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and it's not so difficult to read.
Yes, ma'am.
Aryan, would you like to try?
Yeah, sure. Miss Kane's class went on a trip to Jane's ranch. Jane showed them the goat. This is Ben, Jane said. He's the best pet I've had. He eats grass. He'll eat grass until I make him stop. Then she asked, see my horses? They'll neigh when it's time to eat a meal. They'll stamp their feet until I feed them. They're big, so they eat a lot. When it was time to go, Miss Kane told Jane, thank you, we've had fun. It's nice to be at a ranch. You're welcome, said Jane. I've had fun too. Yeah.
Then read the next paragraph.
Pig wouldn't quit. One day, Pig went for a ride. This isn't fun, Pig cried. I didn't think this would be a bad ride, but it is. But Pig wouldn't quit. This isn't fun, Pig said. I can't make it up the hill, but Pig wouldn't quit. This isn't fun, Pig said. It's hot. This isn't good, but Pig wouldn't quit. This isn't fun, Pig said. This hasn't been nice, but Pig wouldn't quit. Then Pig reached the hilltop. He rode down. He spotted a pond. Pig splashed and swam. This is fun, Pig cried. But I should ride home. Pig wouldn't quit.
Okay. So now we've done this and yes. Now that we have understood what contraction means, we know a lot of words. We know a lot of words that we have learned in today's class. Before we get on to the next topic, can you please think of 20 contraction words that you can remember from the class today? 20. I'm giving you 3 minutes. I want 20 words.
Mama?
I'm done. I can't hear you.
Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yeah. Please read out your words, Kirti.
I'll, can't, couldn't, shouldn't, wouldn't, didn't, doesn't, don't, it's, he'd, she'd, weren't, mustn't, mightn't, he'd, I'd, he'd, he'll, we will, I think, will, and we'd.
Sorry.
We had, so we.
Read. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very good. Aryan?
Okay, so here goes. Isn't, wasn't, hasn't, mustn't, hadn't, should've, would've, could've, shan't, shouldn't, it's, aren't, I'd, we'd, she'd, he'd, will, they'll, they, there, were. Where?
Okay. Very good. Anybody else wants to give it a try? Anybody else? Okay. So it's only just the two of you. So what do you think about using contractions in spoken English? Aryan?
It saves a lot of time and it's just way easier, and communication becomes easier, you know, while using those like the complete group of words. The sentences same kind of bulky. It, you know, helps just keep, like when you're giving a speech or something, or you're having a conversation that is rather lengthy, it helps you, you know, just kind of keep it short and sweet in a way. You know, it does not feel like the person is just keeping on blabbering and blabbering and blabbering. Like you, it helps you not lose interest in a certain topic.
Okay, great. So it's short. It's crisp. It can be crisp also. Do you agree with me? So it's short, it's crisp, it's informal, and it can be used in light, hearty conversations. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else that you can think of?
That's probably it.
Yeah? Okay. Kirti, do you think the same?
And so I think the same, but we can't use it in a more formal event.
Yes, you cannot use it in your exams, and you cannot really use it in like formal, if you have to write letters to your employees or your boss, you cannot use these words for formal English. It is basically used for informal English and conversational English. Okay, please remember that.
Yes.
And so these are some of the words. Can we think, since we've learned so many words, can you now think of using 3 of these letters in 2 sentences? So use 3 in 2. Okay. So I'm giving you a minute. Please.
Could I just say?
Yeah, sure.
I wouldn't be able to be here if it wasn't for a previous organization where I'd been working.
Very good. Really, really well said. And you've used these words very well. Kirti?
I'm working on this.
Okay. So Aryan, what do you do?
So currently with ma'am, I'm doing a little bit of graphic designing. I am currently in my class 12th, and I have a business, and I just work in various NGOs and various other organizations.
So you can build apps and you can build websites, right?
Not exactly me, but my team.
Okay, your team. So you have a business. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have people you work with.
Yeah, so that is actually just a hobby of mine that I picked up while 10th standard, and I was like, no, let's capitalize on it a bit. Okay. But now, like, my main passion is cars, so I'll be applying for mechanical engineering. I mean, I did apply, and I'll be doing graduation.
Yeah.
And after my graduation is finished, I plan to open a cars custom shop.
Oh, wow. Very interesting. And what about you, Kirti? What would you like to do?
As I made the sentence earlier also, I haven't really figured out yet.
Really figured out as yet.
But what do you incline towards? What subject do you think that you would like to pursue?
I like mathematics, but I don't know what to do with mathematics. It's just that I don't like teaching anybody. Just I like solving mathematics problems.
You are in, if you could pursue mathematics as a subject, you can do so well. Google this word called actuary. So an actuarist is used in pretty much in every company in today's age and day. All the MNCs use actuaries, and they pay you so well. But yes, and your forte has to be mathematics.
Okay, ma'am. Can you repeat the spelling of actuary?
Let me Google it, and because I don't want to give it the wrong spelling. Wait just a second.
ACTUARY.
Okay, great.
Actually. And by the way, Kirti, mathematician, statistician, yeah, aerospace engineer, financial analyst, economist, market research analyst, college, तुमको professor नहीं बनना, but there is so much more you can do, you know. So maths कहाँ use नहीं होता. So,
Exactly. Like if maths is your forte, you can go in literally any field. There is not one field that does not require.
But ma'am, the problem actually with me was that I did not take maths in my class 11th and 12th. I don't know why, for some reason, but I am good in maths, that I know. And in BBA, I have mathematics as a subject, and I can do it pretty well. I was quite good in maths till my 10th also.
And now which grade are you in? 12th?
No, ma'am, I'm in college right now, first year.
So what subject are you now pursuing in college?
I'm doing BBA.
Okay, you're doing BBA is business administration, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you're doing that. Okay, and are you happy doing that?
Yes, ma'am. Kind of.
And where are you? Which college do you go to?
Ma'am, in MDDM college, it's in Muzaffarpur, Bihar.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. And what about you, Aryan? Which college are you in?
So currently I'm in this high school called as Riverdale High School. So, you know, for 11th, 12th, I just went there. And after this, I'm planning to go to MIT WPU Pune.
Okay, good. Very good. So you all know, you know, Aryan definitely knows what he wants to do in life, right?
Yep. But I am kind of confused because like I have hit every field in the commerce sector. I'm a science student, yet like marketing, social media management, administration, I've hit every field and I've excelled in that. So I have had been kind of just retracing my steps and deciding. But still cars, yeah.
Now tell me, for the next class, what would you like to learn? Like grammar, which is a weak, which is like grammar that you don't understand, or you would like to learn more about, so like an adjective or pronouns or verbs. What are your weakness in grammar?
Metaphors, simile, like the whole, I think there are 8 types, right?
Yeah.
Like that, that is something I really want to revisit because I skipped that during school.
Okay, and Kirti, what about you?
And my prepositions are quite weak.
Okay, so prepositions.
We had a grammar class before, so it just, I learned a lot in that, but still they are a bit weak.
Okay. And do you think that because of your English not being very strong, do you think it's a hindrance?
What?
So do you think that if your English is not good or it's weak, do you think it's a hindrance? Like, do you face any challenge?
It is not a hindrance right now, but it will be a hindrance in future because in a corporate world, especially because BBA is a field where you require good English speaking skills and communication skills. So it might be a problem later on in my life. In college, I don't have that kind of problem.
Okay. And what about you, Aryan? Do you face any kind of challenges or hindrances, or your spoken English is fairly good?
Yeah, so fortunately my spoken English is decent and I do not face any hindrances due to that. But if I had like if my spoken English was weak, I feel it would be quite the hindrance, because I have a lot of international clients, and like as I said, I work in NGOs, so there are a lot of people that I meet on a daily basis who do not share a common local language. The only language that we share is English. So if it wasn't for English, I don't think I would have been able to communicate with them at all.
Okay. Okay, good to know that actually, that spoken English is very necessary. Though having said that, the country where I live in, Indonesia, and a lot of countries like France, Indonesia, where English is actually not the spoken language and their own local language is the spoken language. And everything is conducted in, whether it is for any kind of meeting in corporates or or even your signages, everything is in the local language. And the countries do exceedingly well.
Yes,
Germany-
sir, I've heard about this a lot.
Yes, Aryan, you're absolutely right. Germany, Japan, so many of these countries.
Two of the world's leading tech maestros are ones who, like, for example, I wanted to apply in Germany for engineering, and they have courses only in the German language.
True. Absolutely true.
And yet they do not face any difficulties. I guess the trick there is either be the best or, learn the language. If you don't know the language, be the best so that others will learn yours.
Yes. And do you know that in Germany, actually, there are a lot of colleges where you can actually study free of cost. You don't even have to pay for fees, so long you know the language. So a lot of the kids all over the world, especially in countries like India, where the kids have the desire to go and study overseas, but because of constraints and because of financial constraints, if they cannot go, then they actually opt for learning German as a language, and then the tuition fees is paid off by the government.
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do. I was going to go to RWTH University, but
Yes.
I decided to stay back in India because of work. I was like, you know what, my business is growing. I need to focus on
Right.
that.
Yeah, that's the university. Yeah.
So that's why I decided that, you know what, and even if like the academic fees is paid off, it's still very expensive to just stay there.
That's true, but if your tuition fees is paid off, then I mean, if you're smart, you can work a little bit, and you can kind of pay for the other expenses. At least a chunk of your payment is paid by the government. Even
Like what I wanted to do was, just stay here and start developing my business early, so that, until my graduation is done, I'd be able to make cars of my own designs.
brilliant.
Yeah, so I was
Really,
like, that's
Very
not going to happen there due to financial trouble.
that's good. That's good. That is very, very innovative, and I think you will do very well. And
So if we are done for today's class, Hannah, is it done?
it's done. We've done the contractions. So I think they've figured out what exactly it is, and I mean, I'm sure they already know. So for the next class, then we'll work on a topic, and then we'll study that. Okay.
Thank you so much, Hannah. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, ma'am.
Good week ahead. See you soon.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.